Today on CTV News at 5, an e-bike and car collide at a busy Kitchener intersection. The investigation underway near Fairview Park Mall. Also, from his disappearance to his death, a family left searching for answers. The case of Jeffrey Roberts tonight on Unsolved 519. And summertime in the Lou. The local music producer gaining popularity and his new song that has people singing his praises. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. We begin with developing news on our roads. A crash between an e-bike and vehicle in Kitchener near Fairview Park Mall sent one person to hospital with serious injuries. Waterloo Regional Police, firefighters and paramedics were on scene at Fairway Road South and Wilson Avenue around 3 o'clock this afternoon. They say a car and e-bike collided. One person has serious injuries. They were taken to an out-of-region hospital. Video from the scene shows a badly damaged bike and gray-colored car with damage to its front driver's side. Northbound Fairway Road South is closed for the investigation. Police are asking people avoid the area. A well-known road in Waterloo has been named the worst road in Western Ontario in the CAA's annual Worst Roads campaign. Ivor Needles Boulevard, which is riddled with cracks and potholes, has deteriorated faster than expected, according to one regional councillor. It's on the region's radar for a $4.5 million facelift sooner than had been scheduled. Details on the repair work are expected this summer. The CAA's list is compiled with feedback from drivers, cyclists, transit users, and pedestrian. It's meant to put a spotlight on roads that need attention. Chair Karen Redmond says she understands the need to move quickly on the region's water capacity constraint issue, but warns sustainable solutions also take time. Redmond spoke with CTV News a day after a lengthy and sometimes contentious regional council meeting to discuss a path forward for new developments in places that are part of the Mannheim service area. Numerous delegates from the development community urged the region to lift the freeze as soon as possible, while regional staff laid out a framework that would restart some development come September.
Any way forward is not without risk. So the balance is, how do we move forward quickly by ensuring the quality of our water for citizens and for additional buildings. So we will continue to do that. That will only happen when we work with our area municipal partners, with water experts, because this has to be research and expert driven, data-based decisions. So we do move forward, but as you well know, it's complicated and there are a lot of interests. So we need to find that balance.
CTV's Krista Simpson will have more on this for us tonight at 6. And for now, we'll turn to a check on the forecast with Ashley Bacon here in studio. Hi.
What a beautiful day out
Another
there.
Sunny day.
Leanne and I got our ice cream today, guys.
We
Just
did.
an update from yesterday.
Yeah, I think I've been craving ice cream all week.
It's just been the perfect weather for it. I mean, how can you not have a nice soft serve when the sun is shining?
And we finally got it today.
It was delicious.
It was so needed.
It was really needed. But as we said, it is beautiful out there, Leanne. And the great news is we are looking at another nice night and day tomorrow. So we have at least another few hours of great weather before maybe some precipitation moves in on the weekend. Let's take a look at our radar. Look at that. Pretty clear conditions expected at least for the next few hours. We might see a cloud or two through the overnight, but not too bad. Right now, still 28 degrees out there, a westerly wind 11 kilometers an hour, so a nice breeze, but definitely not windy. And take a look at that, Leanne. That looks more summer-like than spring-like. 28 for Sarnia, Ridgetown, 29 in Windsor, 27 in London. So very, very warm conditions. And let's take a look at those warm conditions from Cambridge this afternoon. Dave Pettit, our camera operator, bringing us this beautiful shot from Cambridge of this gorgeous scenery. Yeah, being by the water is where you need to be tonight. It is hot out there. First comes ice cream, then comes the paddleboard. Give me a week or two. We'll get out there. We'll make sure we do it. Okay, here's what you need to know. Catch the Kitchener Panthers take on the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers this Sunday. It's country night with a cowboy hat giveaway. The fun's happening at Jack Couch Park. First pitch, 2:05 p.m. and you still have time to catch the Panthers tonight against the Hamilton Cardinals. First pitch for that game, 7 p.m.
This week on Unsolved 519, we are looking into the case of Jeffrey Roberts. The Brantford man was murdered in 2016, and almost a decade later, no arrests have been made. CTV's Hannah Schmidt is here to tell us all about the latest on the investigation into his death. But Hannah, let's rewind a little bit. This all started when the 45-year-old went missing nearly 10 years ago now.
Yeah, that's right. So he first went missing. He was last seen alive on November 5th, 2016. He was then reported missing a few days later on November 11th. And then 10 days later, his body was found by a citizen walking in a fielded area by West Street and the 403 overpass. And to this day, no one has been arrested in his case.
Obviously an investigation that is ongoing, so give us an update on what the latest from police is.
So police have ruled his death as a homicide. They said his body was found with obvious signs of trauma. There was a large-scale canvass of area residents and businesses that was conducted back in 2016 and a year later in 2017 as well. More than 100 people were interviewed. More than 2,000 hours of surveillance footage was gathered and reviewed. Evidence was also gathered, but police have not went into detail about what was collected, saying it's still an active case and an open case at this time.
And that said, we talk about, it's been nearly 10 years. Police do have an award available for any information that leads to an arrest.
Yeah, so like I said, no arrests have been made. That reward is still available. They believe people know exactly what happened to him. And so a $10,000 reward does remain available for information leading to the conviction of those responsible. And that's also a plea made by the family today.
Okay. We talk about the case and kind of what happened, but there is a piece of evidence that remains missing to this day as well.
So Jeffrey was last seen on November 5th, like I said, riding his bike like he usually does. It's a routine thing that he does. Every day people would see him throughout the city. They would know who Jeffrey was. And that bike has never been recovered, and police and his family also believe that's still a key piece that is missing at this time. The bike used to have a trailer at the back, and again, that's never been recovered. So something that police still say they're aware of, and part of their ongoing efforts in finding out what exactly happened that day.
And of course, his family continuing to search for answers. I'm curious, what did they have to say about this missing piece of evidence? Of course, the bike never being recovered, and just in general, I know you had a chance to speak with them.
I was able to meet at the family home. The mother and the brother I was able to speak to. Obviously, a very emotional conversation, a very emotional sit down with those two. They also echoed what police have said as well. They strongly believe someone somewhere in the community or even outside of the community knows what happened to Jeffrey. And it'll be 10 years in November since his death. And it, again, like I said, very emotional sit down with the family, and we'll kind of get a little bit more into what they said, what they believe could have happened, and their plea for answers. Really, all these years later, they're holding on to hope.
Well, you can hear Hannah's full conversation with the family and the latest from police as well tonight in the full case of Jeffrey Roberts on Unsolved 519, coming up on CTV News at 6, and you can watch it on our website, ctvnewskitchener.ca. Hannah, thank you.
Thanks again.
Another gorgeous day out there. I feel like we're rinse and repeat all week long. It feels So much more like summer than spring.
I can get on board with that for the next few months. I don't know about you.
We've been waiting for this.
We had a long winter, a cold start to spring. I am here for summer.
Me too. Loving all the sunshine. Love seeing everyone getting outside and just enjoying.
A lot of people out on bikes and just out for walks and enjoying it as you should, because we don't get a long summer here. So you've got to get in and enjoy it. Even though technically we're not even in summer yet, it's even better.
I know.
Great news is.
Let it drag on.
Exactly. Let's take another look outside from Cambridge this hour. The beautiful Grand River near Galt, I believe we're looking at. This is a stunning snapshot of what our weather situation is looking like. Nice, clear skies. I mean, there's a couple of clouds there, but overall, mostly sunny conditions. A very light wind out there producing a little breeze and making it a very comfortable but still very warm day out there. You're going to need lots of water over the next 24 hours as things are going to continue to heat up into Friday. Let's take a look at our futurecast, and we've got a few things to talk about, starting with clear conditions. Now, we are going to start to see a bit of cloud cover move through the overnight hours. Now, tomorrow is where things get complicated a little bit. We are looking at a pretty sunny day, but with all this sunshine and heat, can bring some storm activity. So we are expecting a little bit of rain to start moving through the region through the evening hours tomorrow into your overnight. And then Saturday, we will see some wet stuff. But by Sunday, that sun is expected to make a return. Right now across the country, very nice conditions on the west coast, a little cooler than they've had the last few days. 18 in Vancouver with a mix of sun and cloud, 14 in Prince George. On the other side of the Rockies, a bit wetter. It is raining in Edmonton and Calgary this hour, but temperatures remaining comfortable in the mid-teens. Moving through the prairie provinces, 16 with a mix of sun and cloud in Regina, 22 in Winnipeg. So a very warm day in Winnipeg. And as we push further east towards our nation's capital, this is where things start to heat up as we move towards this side of the country. 29 degrees in Ottawa, 27 in Montreal, Sudbury, 28 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud. Similar conditions seen in Quebec City as well. And on the east coast, not a bad day. 14 in St. John's, Fredericton, 30 degrees this hour. Bit of cloud cover. Halifax, 19 and sunny. So very nice day there. Here in Waterloo region, still sitting at 29 degrees, 30 in Windsor, London, 27. So very hot. Overnight, dipping down to 15. So it will be a warmer night tonight. A wind, the southwest is expected at 20 kilometers an hour. Now tomorrow, things again heating up rapidly. 30 degrees expected daytime high with a UV index of 9 or very high. Now we will see sun and cloud through most of the day, but those rain clouds moving in through the evening and overnight hours. Back in 1945, reaching an overnight low of 0.6. We're nowhere near that. Much more summer-like today than when that record was set. Looking at our first at 5 forecast for the region, rain on Saturday and 24, but that sun makes a return by Sunday, Leanne, 26 and then 27 to start the work week.
Love to see it, Ash, and I think we'll be in need of a little bit of rain, so that's okay. Thanks so much. Okay, here's what's trending. A local music producer is quickly gaining popularity here in Waterloo region. AJ Did It released his new song, Summertime in the Lou, this spring. It's gotten over 10,000 plays on Spotify, and the 25-year-old says he's been hearing people playing it all over town. AJ Did It, whose real name is Aiden Rustin, grew up in Kitchener and recently moved to Waterloo. He says there's not a lot of songs celebrating the community he's from, and he wanted to put something out to inspire people locally.
It's either going to take off or just be completely pushed away, because I did know that not a lot of people have mentioned it in such a specific way, like mentioning landmarks and talking about their life growing up in KW. But when I posted the first video, I think it got like 70, 80K in like the first week or something. And then I'm like, okay, this has potential then.
Coming up tonight at 6, Colton Weens will have more on the artist's relationship with the community and the growing response it's getting.
Bounce Radio's Angie Hill is here to tell us all about the great things happening in our very own backyard. Welcome back, Angie.
Hey, thank you so much. We have to talk about the Kitchener Panthers.
Yes, we do.
They'll be taking on the Hamilton Cardinals at Jack Couch Park. That's on Thursday night, 7:05. And then it continues all weekend. Friday, they're going to be down in London for the majors. And Sunday, Chatham-Kent Barnstormers will be coming to Jack Couch Park.
Fantastic.
To take on the Panthers. So that's going to be a great weekend of baseball.
And it's been wonderful weather.
Yeah.
Perfect for watching baseball.
I know. I hope you're taking some credit for that.
You know, it's all me. No. when it rains, though, not my fault.
Yeah,
no.
I get that.
You know, it's June now, and we've got to talk about Pride Month, of course. There's amazing events happening all across the region.
Right. So let's start for Summerfest. That is Saturday, June the 6th. It's a 30th celebration, a big anniversary. They're going to be taking over Victoria Park in Kitchener with live musical acts. There's going to be a kid zone there. So that's Try Pride in the Park for their Summerfest. Cambridge has a Pride Fest street party on the 13th of June. That's a Saturday, starting at 1, going till 8 o'clock. So lots to do for everybody. Downtown Cambridge will be taken over, as well as Lower Main. It's an inclusive street festival.
Woolwich Pride is also taking place in Elmira.
Yeah, on Saturday, June 13th at Gibson Park. So it's a free family day, live entertainment, and drag queen story time. That would be great. Bounce castles, face painting, food trucks, local booths. All kinds of great things happening there.
Now, not to be outdone, Guelph is also hosting Summer Pride throughout.
Yeah, so it's going to be like a whole week, June 4th to the 14th, so 10 days. That festival is, of course, organized by Out of the Shelf, and it looks like it's going to be a fantastic time, too.
Now, of course, there's lots else going on out there, and the Coping Center has something really cool coming back.
Okay, now, do you know about the Coping Center?
Not well.
Okay, the Coping Center is a place that's located in Blair, and it is a place for folks to go when they're experiencing loss and grieving, and maybe you're just not sure where to go or who to see. So they run free programs there at the Coping Center for widows, for widowers, and especially teens and children.
Okay.
They run like a full summer camp for kids who have lost a parent or a sibling or a grandparent. Anybody who's grieving, they want to help. So they are not government funded at all.
Okay.
So every year they start something called the Corvette Draw. It's called the Car That Cares.
I love it.
And you can get tickets on the Corvette. It goes until November. The Corvette will be out and about at various golf tournaments and car shows and so on. Goes to November, like I said, get your tickets, but there's also a 50-50 draw with this too. And so the pot gets big.
I mean, between a car and a 50-50 pot, that is incredible.
It is.
It goes to a great cause that helps so many members of our community. Get out and check it out.
Yeah.
Angie, where can folks at home tell us about all of their events coming up this summer?
How about bounce995.ca? Go there and see Bounce in your backyard. You're going to hit that little button, fill in the questionnaire, and Ashley and I can talk about your event on Bounce in your backyard.
Thanks, Angie.
Thank you.
And still ahead on CTV News at 5, buckling up your pup. Why seatbelts are a must for dogs, and the message from police when it comes to having your pet properly restrained while on the roads. Here's what you need to know as we take you to break. It's musical bingo night at EVO Kitchen and Bar. This week's theme is Best of the 70s. Seating starts at 6 with the game starting at 7, but you'll have to call ahead to reserve a spot. Stay with us.
KW's Bounce 99.5 has the music you just can't quit. Listen all summer for your chance to win. Turn the lights off, carry me home. With Bounce to your backyard.
In tonight's Digital Dive, major upgrades are coming to Kitchener's Victoria Park in the next decade. Earlier this week, City Council unanimously approved a plan to determine what changes need to be made. You can find out more about what some of that work will focus on our website. Download the CTV News app by scanning the QR code or go to ctvnewskitchener.ca. Here's the final 5 stories we're following. With summer fast approaching, you may see more dogs sticking their heads out of car windows, enjoying that warm breeze. But provincial police are reminding drivers that their furry friends need to be buckled up too.
Even a small movement by an animal can interfere with steering, braking, or visibility. In the event of a collision, the consequences can be devastating.
A cute dog riding shotgun might look harmless, but OPP say it can quickly become a serious safety hazard. Police are highlighting the dangers of traveling with pets that aren't properly restrained. OPP recommend using a properly secured pet carrier, harness, or other restraints designed for vehicles. A second arrest has been made in connection to a big ice cream heist at a Cambridge business. Just over a month ago, the owner of LA Frank's in Galt reported dozens of tubs of ice cream and other merchandise was stolen. A 38-year-old Cambridge man was already arrested and charged in the case. Police now say they made another arrest yesterday, a 45-year-old Cambridge man who they'd also been looking for. He is facing several charges, and police continue to search for a third suspect in the case. Air Canada is trying to ease concerns about fuel shortages ahead of the busy summer travel season. The airline sending an email to customers saying that there is no fuel shortage affecting its operations, including across Europe. The airline adds that it does not anticipate any significant impact throughout the summer. Lufthansa releasing a statement saying that most European airlines are confident that there will be no jet fuel shortage. Big changes for a commuter route in Woolwich. The region of Waterloo is launching a $24 million replacement of the Shifley Bridge on Northfield Drive. Construction will begin this summer and will include widening the bridge to add dedicated lanes for vehicles, cyclists, and horse-drawn buggies. Drivers can expect minor delays, but Northfield will be open throughout most of the project, where work will be done in stages. The region will notify residents about any closures in advance and detour routes if needed. And finally for us, a Kitchener crossing guard is being celebrated, earning the title of Crossing Guard of the Year. Lorraine Deeth has been a crossing guard for 40 years. Right now, she's located at the intersection near Wilson Avenue Public School. 7 municipalities partnered with Student Transportation Services of Waterloo Region to nominate the region's best crossing guards, with Lorraine coming out on top. Families say Lorraine rarely misses a day, and her calm presence really puts people at ease as she continues to keep children and families safe.
It's very exciting. I was very surprised, yes. My boss had said she was coming just to talk about my corner, and all the school came out, and yeah, it was quite a surprise.
Coming up at 6, CTV's Heather Centerin hears from some of the families who are her biggest fans. Amazing stuff, and great job to Lorraine for all the work that she does. All right, we will leave it there. We'll be back at the top of the hour. Tony Grace will have your next local news at 6. For now, we'll check in with the CTV national team. Take care. Enjoy the sunshine.